Pedri is a magician. In a Barca team that is fast and direct, he is the conductor.
He's an unbelievable player. On the position, I think he's one of the best. One of the best, of course.
The tempo setter, the calm and the storm. He orchestrates every attack like a puppet master.
Pedri also great manipulator of the ball.
Every player on the Barca team has had bad games, but not Pedri. At a minimum, he's giving you an 8 out of 10 performance, whether it's a big Champions League night against Bayern.
Pedri. Crowd are enjoying it now.
Or a scrappy midweek game against Getafe.
How smart is Pedri? Every time he makes a decision, it's very likely the right decision. He's just dribbling, forcing that Getafe player to come at him.
Pedri has consistently been one of Barcelona's most important players.
For Pedri, wonderful goal, wonderful goal. Composure with the finish. And this is Pedri! Wonderful goal from Barcelona that makes it 2-0.
Pedri can finish and make it 4. It's 4-0 in Montilivi to Football Club Barcelona. Pedri gets the 4.
What's funny is I still think he's massively underrated because the only way to appreciate a magician like Pedri is to watch every single game. No amount of highlights, data, or rating apps can truly reflect what he does on the pitch. As I will show you later in the video, there are stats that back up the eye test, but this is a guy you just have to watch. Especially due to the fact that the Barca attackers seem to be allergic to finishing the chances he creates, so his goals and assists will never truly reflect his performances. Perfect example of how I know many people don't watch him weekly is due to the fact that people don't talk about how well-rounded he is. A player like Bellingham is always praised as being a complete midfielder, yet for Pedri, people are either ignoring or unaware of just how much he has improved out of possession. Pedri has won possession more times than any other player in La Liga. Per 90 minutes, he's averaging 7 recoveries. To put the numbers in perspective, he isn't just at the top in La Liga, but his recovery numbers are among the best in the world. His numbers are better than the likes of Caicedo, Rice, Valverde, and Bellingham. He's even averaging more blocks than them. Now, I'm not saying that Pedri is a better defender overall than someone like Caicedo, but these numbers are crazy when his job is to create chances and influence the game on the attacking end. His work rate is non-stop. He covers a lot of ground to press and closes down spaces very well. Yet nobody ever praises Pedri for being the complete package as a central midfielder. Now, of course, while his defending has improved a lot, it's his work with the ball that sets him apart from everyone else. If you are a young Barca fan or a new football fan and didn't have the chance to watch Iniesta, Pedri is the closest player to him.
It's very similar like Andrés Iniesta. It's a talent, it's a big talent.
My heart and my soul is with Pedri. This kid is something special. And there were moments in the game yesterday that he did things that you go, was that Iniesta?
He plays with the same elegance and class that Iniesta did, has the same ability of doing something in the middle of the park that just makes you go wow in real time. He doesn't over celebrate, he doesn't talk about himself, you just watch and appreciate what he's doing. I'm not afraid to say that I am sexually aroused by some of Pedri's passes. Anyways, the clip I'm about to show you is why I laugh when anyone wants to bring up goals and assists for a player like Pedri. In this clip, he receives the ball on the left of midfield, quite deep. The Valencia players let him turn and his position seems pretty harmless, until Pedri does his thing and pulls an outside of the boot pass that breaks 2 pressing lines and sends Rafinha on a path to goal. Now, for someone that wasn't watching this game, they won't know that the whole play was essentially made by Pedri. A few minutes later, he did the same thing, but this time he got the assist to Fermin Lopez. He was subbed off after 64 minutes after having registered 81 touches, that assist, 60 completed passes from 65 attempts, 9 ground duels 1 out of 10, 3 interceptions, and 5 tackles. And the craziest thing, this wasn't even Pedri's best game of the season. He put together a similar masterclass against Bayern Munich, against Real Madrid. Barcelona have the top goal-scoring forward line among the top 5 European leagues in Robert Lewandowski, Rafinha, and Yamal. But nobody sets the tempo, orchestrates, and measures the brilliance of Hansi Flick's team more than Pedri. That's why it makes no sense when Real Madrid fans try and discredit what Pedri does, because they are basically inadvertently disrespecting what Kroos and Modric did for their club all those years. Pedri does for Barca what those guys did for Real Madrid. I don't think anyone was ever trying to say Kroos is bad because he doesn't get enough goals and assists. Yet for some reason, Real Madrid fans expect Pedri to do what Kroos did, but also get a ton of goals and assists. They keep bringing up Bellingham's stats as if he isn't playing further up the pitch, right behind Mbappe. That's like me saying Rakitic is better than Modric because the stats were better. It's dumb to even compare Bellingham and Pedri because their roles are so drastically different. One controls the speed of the game and the other dominates the attacking third. In fact, Real Madrid could use a player like Pedri right now since Kroos left. What's crazy is that going into the season, Pedri's career was at a crossroad. He had just won the Euros with Spain, but it felt bittersweet because he got injured in the quarterfinal against Germany and missed the rest of the tournament. It was the dark cloud that had been over his head for his entire Barca career. Constant muscular problems saw him miss 85 games across 3 seasons. Not really a surprise considering how much he was overused early in his career. When he joined Barca from Las Palmas, he was joining arguably one of the worst Barca teams ever. It was basically just Pedri and Messi. He was so much better than everyone else that after 2 training sessions, Koeman decided to immediately put him in the first team. Remember, there was no Iniesta, no Neymar. The team was in desperate need of fresh energy and a reliable playmaker in the center of the park to help Messi. And Pedri did exactly that. He consistently ranked among the top in La Liga for sequences that led to shot opportunities and multi-chance opportunities. Just like Iniesta, Pedri was often the one providing the pass before the assist, or dribbling his way out of pressure to create space for someone else. The 4 goals and 6 assists he got in the 2021 season were not a true reflection of how impactful he was. There was a reason he had played more minutes than any other teenager in the top 5 European leagues.
Just from a football fan's perspective, it's something brilliant, isn't it? See a 19-year-old putting on this sort of show.
My favorite teenage player in the world.
Even though Barcelona struggled in both the Champions League and La Liga, Pedri was one of the few positives. His calmness and control on the ball brought stability to a team that was falling apart. He quickly became a starter, showing that Barcelona could develop young talent instead of spending big on new players. Cause keep in mind, at that time they kept wasting money on new guys like Dembele, Griezmann and Coutinho. Pedri's rise gave hope that the club could rebuild through the youth again, even while dealing with financial problems and management issues. Unfortunately, the better he played, the more he was used. It seems like forever ago now that Pedri put on an absolute masterclass at the 2020 Euros as a teenager, but ever since that season, he wasn't able to stay healthy. It was the only thing holding him back because his talent was undeniable. Thankfully, it seems that under Flick, they have invested in his recovery. They sub him out when they feel right, they track his minutes. There also seems to be a more rigorous physical training regime that has helped Pedri become stronger. Barcelona had requested extensive analysis of his muscle fibers to get to the bottom of his injury record, the results of which indicated that Pedri needed to undergo more strength work in the gym. This has been the top priority for the club's newly assembled fitness team led by physiotherapist Julio Tous. It's also helped that Flick is having Pedri operate deeper rather than in the number 10 role that Xavi wanted him to play. Flick wants to get Pedri on the ball as much as possible, be a free spirit and roam the areas of the pitch where he feels like he's most needed. In the beginning of the season, we saw Pedri in the number 10 role and he was great there, but him as the number 8, well, Barca hit another level. We are seeing the very best version of Pedri, a player who is very much back in every discussion about the best midfielders in Europe. Now, he isn't the only Barcelona player to be really shining. Lamine Yamal has also hit another level. To see how Yamal's game mirrors the magic of Neymar, you gotta check out this video right here.